Welcome to Chit Chat, the encouraging one another podcast, where it's always about sharing uplifting, encouraging stories. I'm your host, Jody Sheffield, and where we have real conversations with people from all around the world, sharing their stories, what they've been through, what they've gone through. My mission for this podcast is to uplift and inspire and to remind people that their stories matter. Everyone has a story, and in a world filled with noise and negativity, this place is for honesty and to share hope and human connection with real stories. We shine a light on good and celebrate resilience and encourage one another to keep going. This world needs more encouragement, more kindness, more real stories that remind people that they are not alone. So, if you have a story you'd love to share, something you've been through and gone through, I'd love to have you on. Reach out to me and let's get you on Chit Chat. I hope in this episode and every episode you get something out of it. I just want to encourage somebody out there. We have great people sharing their stories and great music as well. You're watching Chit Chat, the encouraging one another podcast. Hello everyone, welcome back to Chit Chat, the encouraging one another podcast. I'm your host, Jody Sheffield, and I can't wait to have a fun interview today to share with you and great tunes for you as well. I'm coming from you live, and you'll be watching it recorded, but I'm coming to you from the Pacific Northwest, where the coffee is strong, the rain is optional, and the conversations here are always fun, uplifting, and full of heart. Welcome to Chit Chat. Before we dive into the interview and all the stuff going on, I want to share with you a few snippets today. Did you know the average person hears over 1,000 songs a year? Now, I probably listen to a lot more. I have music on at work. I always have music on. And when my kids were little, we play a game. I throw a letter out, letter L, and they'd sing a song. A letter B, they'd sing a song. It was really, really cool. And they were really good at a lot of songs. And my repertoire of songs are like 70s, 80s, 90s country. So I'm very limited in the genres of songs, but you know, we all connect by music, and but it is a lot of fun. We used to try it and with your kids and see if they can pull out songs with just a letter. And did you know music can actually lower stress and boost your memory and help you heal faster? Music is amazing. You know, and instrumental music or just road music, yacht rock radio music. I love all that stuff. And one more about music, country and Americana music are among the top genres people turn to when you need comfort and connection or just a good story to hold on to. Little snippets I found while looking up about music. And speaking of stories and music, got a great show for you today. Interviewing a great powerhouse vocalist, a gifted singer-songwriter, an artist who blends her music with grit and heart and honesty in a way that sticks with you for a long, long time, even after the notes are being sung. She's performed all over the U.S. and Europe, released 2 EPs, 16 singles, earned multiple Whammy Awards. What is a Whammy Award? We'll find out. So stay tuned. You don't miss that out. And I'm really excited to play her new song, brand new single, New Boots. And it's already making waves, and she's won awards, been nominated for the awards. So be sure you grab your cup of coffee, whatever you prefer, and get ready for an inspirational conversation with Melissa Quinn Fox. I had a great time talking with her and hearing her story. Before we do that, I want to introduce our very first song of the show, and they are from the land down under. That's right, from Australia. Patsy and Dave I had them on the show a number of years ago, and I reached out and said, hey, you got any music? And they reached out. Who are Patsy Dave? I'm sure you're wondering who they are. Well, they're a fabulous duo from Australia, and side note, I've been to Australia. Back in 91, 92, I was in the Navy, went to Fremantle, but I didn't meet this group, but I've only met them through the podcast. But their duos are amazing harmonies. They carry both strength and tenderness. Their song feels open, deep stories, kind of soul comes alive. So today I'm playing their song After the Storm, and it's a reminder that even when the winds rise, the clouds gather, there is a calm that follows. Their voices capture the moment, and the moment when hope breaks through again. So Patsy and Dave have a great heart. They have amazing sound, so I can't wait to share with you their music. Check out their website too. It's the long and short of it.com.au, because they're in Australia. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going with their song After the Storm. This is Patsy and Dave.
We heard it coming, boarded the windows, thunder and lightning, the river roars.
Crops are gone, lambs stillborn. The wind howls into dawn.
We're shaking, water laps the door. She's crying, been here before.
She's in my arms, I promise we'll be right. We won't let go without a fight.
We'll rebuild, brick by brick. Won't be easy to make it stick. Through mud and pain, battered and torn, we're still standing after the storm. Come together, salvage what we can. Small town spirit, hand in hand.
Shelter and food, side by side. Plowing hardship, hearts open wide.
We'll rebuild, brick by brick. Won't be easy to make it stick. Through mud and pain, battered and torn, we're still standing after the storm.
When you're ready to unwind, I mean really unwind after a long week, head over to a Wine About It in Port Orchard. It's the perfect spot to get a glass of wine, to enjoy lunch or dinner or a charcuterie board. Just breathe in the moment. Whether you're meeting friends, planning a date, or looking for a fun place to relax after a long week, we've had all those, haven't we? Wine About It has a warm, welcoming vibe with fun events happening every week. Great wine, great food, great company. What more do you need? Head over to their Facebook page and you'll see the many events they have, trivia and mahjong and all bunko, all kinds of cool stuff. Give her a call. Barbara, she's awesome. 360-443-2473, and go check out Wine About It in Port Orchard and unwind. All right, friends, let's talk donuts. Because sometimes encouragement comes in the shape of a circle. Yes, Lone Star Donuts, with locations in Silverdale and in Port Orchard, Washington, are serving up nearly 50 incredible flavors, all made fresh every single day. Whether you're a glazed fan or a maple bar loyalist with bacon up top, of course, or someone who's just trying something new every visit, Lone Star Donuts has a donut with your name on it. Come on by, grab a box for the office, surprise the family, or just treat yourself. You do deserve it. Fresh, local, delicious. That's Lone Star Donuts. You can call them in Silverdale at 360-204-5021 and place your order, or in Port Orchard, 360-443-2600. Also, check out their website, LoneStarDonutsWA.com. Great tasting, made fresh donuts. That's Lone Star Donuts. I've already done a little introduction for my guest today, but let's get into the interview. This is Melissa Quinn Fox. Welcome, Melissa, to Chit and Chat, the encouraging one, another podcast. So glad to have you on, and can't wait to hear about your story a little bit. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks so much. How are you?
Doing well. It's a nice sunny day here in Washington State, and it's been some good weather the last few days. So we'll knock on some wood somewhere and just keep it going for a little while.
That's great.
How's your neck of the woods? How's the weather over yonder?
I'm actually in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now. This is where I grew up, and I'm up here visiting family for the weekend, and I have a couple shows this weekend. So it's a beautiful sunny day here too, like 75, I think.
Nice. Before we get into the kind of about you and your music, I like to ask some icebreaker questions a little bit. I believe you did a lot of traveling in the U.S. and the world. Put your tour guide hat on for a second for us. Where are some places you love to go? You love to share about locations that you've been at that really you like. I want to go back and on vacation and really enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to do some theme park performing at 5 different theme parks, and 4 in the United States and 1 in Germany. So I got to perform in Tucson, Arizona, which is a really awesome place in the desert, like totally different climate than what I'm used to on the East Coast. And that was a lot of fun. We got to do different types of shows, like can Western shows, like a Three Amigos show, a Christmas show. So yeah, I'd love to go back to Arizona to a vacation. And then I lived in Germany for like a month performing. So that was really cool to be able to check out. It was northeastern Germany, near Dusseldorf. So I got to check out, that was totally different experience to live in Europe for a little bit. And yeah, that was awesome too. And I mean, I just love, who doesn't love Florida? I lived in Florida for 2 years in Destin, which is near Panama City Beach, and that's a gorgeous part of Florida, like the Gulf Coast. So yeah, any of those places I'd pick up and go right now in a heartbeat.
I had a friend of mine, I interviewed her a while back. She was in the army in Germany, and every summer she'd fly her girls over from Michigan, and they get on a train and just be anywhere in the world in like an hour or two. I'm like so jealous. That was so cool.
Yeah, I was able to take a train to Paris when I was there, and I went to Amsterdam too. So that was really, really cool.
Awesome. If you had an opportunity to go hit the stage with you and 3 other musicians, living or past, are there some musicians you would love to hit the stage with in a dream reality? That you would just kind of be like, that'd be your moment.
Oh, that's a good question. I have so many influences from like pop and rock alternative music earlier on in my life to country artists that I love now. So I would say probably Stevie Nicks is definitely one, and Miranda Lambert, she's an amazing country artist. Yeah, maybe Patsy Cline too, one that's like passed away. So yeah, that would be an amazing show to be on stage with all three of those ladies.
For sure. Do you have any pre-game, pre-concert rituals like before you hit the stage, an hour or half hour? Do you pray? Do you kind of meditate? You get excited? Maybe all three.
Yeah, that's a good question too. Yeah, I do vocal warm-ups, of course, every time, usually like 20 to 30 minutes when I'm in the shower getting ready. Definitely I love to do some like yoga and stretching that day. Like I like to loosen up and stretch and get your face muscles moving and stuff. And definitely like I definitely visualize a great performance. So I'm like see it in my mind, tell myself it's going to be an amazing show, and then speak positive words to my bandmates about that too as well. Like I always text them like happy gig day, like, you know, just to get excited for the show. And so we go into the performance with a positive attitude and mindset.
Okay. What are some of your earliest memories of singing and being hearing music and inspiration, maybe in church or at a very early age? When do you really realize, like, I want to sing? I love doing this.
Yeah, I remember being really little, maybe like kindergarten or preschool, and my grandma singing to me a lot, like Jesus Loves Me was, I just remember that. And I just started singing in like the choir, children's choir at my church, probably starting in first grade. And I would, so every Sunday we would go there and sing during mass. And then I started cantering during mass, which is like I would lead the service with the songs. So yeah, just like I started loving that music in church, and Christmas songs are always like huge love of mine. But then Disney, like Disney was a huge influence for me. I loved all the Disney movies, and I'd be singing. I wanted to be Ariel in The Little Mermaid, you know, so I was singing that song. And so just yeah, I would just say all that just really like put that love of music in my heart and soul, and just I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life, to chase after those dreams.
I'm a big fan of Jodie Benson's voice. I love her voice in Little Mermaid. I'm a big Robin Williams fan, so I'm versed to Aladdin. I'm a big Aladdin guy.
Oh, I love that one too. Yeah, I think like I have three sisters, and one of them loved Aladdin, one of them loved Beauty and the Beast. So it was, yeah, we had our rooms decorated, and so it was lots of fun.
So, around what age did you realize that you want to make a music career? You really put the hours in and rehearsal and writing songs. Or kind of what age was it really that for you in your life?
Yeah, I would say probably going into college, because I was doing musicals in high school, and I lived in Pittsburgh, and I applied to go to Point Park University. That's downtown Pittsburgh, and they have a really great music and theater program, dance program. And so I applied and I got accepted. And so I was super excited to be able to stay close to home, see my family. And I started taking like tap and dance, you know, tap, jazz, and ballet classes. I did a little bit of that when I was a kid, but it had been a while. So it was like pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because I was very
Mm.
athletic too, like in sports, but getting to like learn those dances. And I took acting and voice and speech and piano. And it was a lot. It was like plus all the academic classes in college. So yeah, I really think in college I just knew I wanted to do something with music. I didn't want to be a Broadway star. I didn't want to try to chase the Broadway dream, which a lot of the students in my class did. You know, and that's great. I really just I was just starting to like gear towards like a singer songwriter journey, and I got a guitar for Christmas my freshman year in college, and started just teaching myself. I had a few lessons here and there, so I just just really started like listening to the songs, learning them on my own, and starting writing songs. Yeah.
Mm. Who in your life, from young age to now, people in your life who encouraged you, maybe inspired you, who really kind of kept you going, keeping one foot in front of the other? Do you have people in your life who really encourage you?
Sure. I would say my high school choir director, Mr. Maurer, he was amazing. He's very supportive. In college, just like a lot of friends, I made friends with a lot of musical theater. I had a friend named Joe Deck, he kind of helped me learn how to play guitar. Saw him playing guitar outside our college, and I told him I was coming back from Christmas break with the guitar, so we became good friends. And he like, we played some gigs together after that. And my family, I mean, my family's been so supportive. My mom and dad and my three sisters and aunts and uncles and everybody just come out to see me all the time. So on those days that you're feeling down, or you just kind of reflect back on all the support that you have.
Mm. You mentioned earlier you're singing at parks and theme parks. How'd you get involved in singing at theme parks? Someone reach out to you, or how that whole process work?
Yeah, at Point Park University, they had these companies come in there since it was such a big music and dance school. So they held auditions at my school. So that was, they often post that kind of stuff in paper online and in papers back then. So yeah, I auditioned. I worked for like 3 different performing companies at like 5 different theme parks. So it was pretty awesome.
You have a good memory from one of those? I mean, experience that you interacted with someone who talked to you about your music, or how music inspired them, or something like that.
Oh, I mean, there's so many great memories. My very first theme park was Idlewild Park, just outside of Pittsburgh, and I just remember like the sweltering hot summers, like out there, changing. There's like 8 costume changes in one show, and just having the little girls and boys come up at the end of the show or before and like want pictures with you and like want your autograph, or just standing there during the show with like big wide eyes, and that was me when I was a kid. Like I was doing
Mm.
that too. I was at those shows just dreaming of being on the stage one day. So I think connecting with the young audience is my favorite part of whether it's the shows I do now, acoustic full band shows I do now, or all the shows I've done in my past. That's been my favorite.
One of the very early concerts I went to, I was probably around 90, golly, 92, 91, somewhere in there, was a Lori Morgan, Alan Jackson in Louisiana. I think Lori Morgan changed dresses 15 times.
I believe it. Yeah.
That was incredible. Alan Jackson had Cadillacs, 3 or 4 Cadillacs on stage. That was really, really cool. And,
Oh wow.
my first memory as a concert I went to. Do you have a memory of the very first concert you ever went to?
Yeah, actually, the first one I went to, I think I was in 8th grade, and it was a Melissa Etheridge concert. And yeah, I fell in love with her music. I think I had her CD before I went to the concert, but like just seeing her live was incredible. And I'm actually going to go see her next week, June 24th, down in Virginia near where I live. She's playing with Wynonna Judd and Maggie Rose. So I can't wait to see her again all these years later, because it was an incredible, powerful concert.
That's awesome. Um, do you believe that your theater background influenced you in helping you write songs? And I know a lot of songwriters are songs are personal. They're songs of experiences. They're songs of life situations. How about yourself?
I think so. Yeah. I think that my theater background helped me find those opportunities to travel and live in other states and in other countries. So I got to experience more. So and I just got to connect with people in different parts of the country and world too. So I think that helps with the songwriting.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
But you said, what was the very first song you wrote?
First song I believe is Searching, and I only released it maybe like excuse me, like 3 years ago. But I wrote it and revised it since then. But it kind of tells the story about me leaving Pittsburgh and like going out on the road, but then always coming back home to see my family. So I have tons of songs that are half written or not finished that I'm trying to work on, and not every song is like needs to be out there in the world a lot. Some of them, they're just like for you, like therapy. It's like writing your thoughts down, it helps you process it.
I think I read a while back that music can heal the body. It can bring you peace. I love the older I'm 55. I love instrumental music. It helps me kind of just get away from the busyness. I have some Celtic instrumentals. My wife and I, when she's in my office, we just don't instrumental music. It really helps us kind of get you away from the busyness of life. Do you have a type of music you love to listen to? Just kind of helps you calm down a little bit? Are you going to go outside when life gets busy, or how do you kind of reset a little bit when it gets too crazy for you?
There are a few soundtracks to movies that I really like to listen to. like Braveheart and Last of the Mohicans and the movie The Piano. That soundtrack's amazing, like just to relax. But I have playlists saved that have like just cherry picked favorite songs. You know, they could be like spiritual, inspirational songs, or something that just sparks a memory from years ago. But I don't know. I love there's so many types of music I love. I love alternative rock and like the ladies from the 90s stuff, like, that's so inspirational. And that's what kind of what I do. Like I get inspired to write new music by listening to music. I mean,
Mhm.
also obviously what I'm going through in life and but like the direction of the song where it's going to go like musically, I think listening to my favorite songs or hearing something new inspires me, like the melody and whatnot.
Have other artists and musicians help shape you as a musician? When you kind of collaborate with other musicians, kind of pick their brains a little bit, has that helped you kind of grow as a better musician?
Yeah, definitely. I would say I wrote all my songs all by myself up until the November of 2020, where I met a producer in the Northern Virginia area. His name's Todd Wright. He's a really talented musician, songwriter, producer. So I brought him us one of my first song that I released, Give It a Try. I brought it to him and we revised it a bit, and then we recorded it and released it. I released it in February of 2021 was the first time I saw it. But meeting him definitely changed my life. Like just being able to open myself up to being comfortable with writing and, with someone else, showing them my songs. So once I had one song out, I was like just hungry to just keep doing it. I think I put 5 songs out in 2021, and then 4 or 5 in 2022, and then so on. So it's like, yeah, I usually try to put at least 2 out a year. Like I'm working on building enough for an album. Like I've released a couple EPs, which have, 5 songs,
Mhm.
two EPs. But yeah, to just build up all that song, all the music to release an album is my next goal. Cause I'm so excited to, I just want to like put it out, like when it's ready, I want to put it out. But sometimes it takes time to, build that library of music for an album.
Right, right. Ever been times in your career where you've been kind of been discouraged? Maybe you went through a little lull in your life, like, yeah, I can't get a song out. Like, did you rush it? Did you just kind of pause and step away and go, let God speak to you, or an experience kind of help you to guide you to a song or something like that?
Well, I think I could probably say whenever before I started playing out as an artist again, like I did back in 2020 or 2007, sorry, 2008, like when I was really young in Pittsburgh after college, I was out doing singer songwriter stuff. And then I ended up moving around. I ended up in the DC area, Washington DC area, and I like didn't know anybody there. So I started just like singing with cover bands, and I did a little acoustic stuff myself. So I wasn't confident enough to like go out as my own band, So I was ready. Like I was singing with like 2 different cover bands. Like right before the pandemic, I was finally ready to just like audition musicians and create my own backing band to go out as Melissa Quinn Fox, the artist. So that was, yeah, I've always just felt discouraged at times. Like, is anybody going to come to my shows? Like, I feel like I built a little bit of a fan base singing with these other bands, but it was scary. It was nerve wracking. I had to go out and buy all the gear, all the PA equipment and lights, and audition all these musicians, and it's so much work, but it was so fulfilling, so rewarding to be able to go out and be like Melissa Quinn Fox band, or, is playing. So yeah, you definitely get those like highs and lows, but just, following through with what your heart tells you to do and your passion.
Yeah, I try to my best not to be focused on numbers. My goal is always to encourage somebody. If I can encourage a person, maybe in this interview, inspire someone, and I reach out to a lot of independent artists to play their music, to try to help get their music out there. I don't get any rewards, any money out of it. I just want to help others, encourage others, and so to me, this is what the podcast is all about: hearing real stories from real people and sharing music. And so I can imagine how much your brain's kind of just constantly, how do we do this, and this, and to get you abandoned going. When did you realize you got noticed and, maybe a company or someone reached out to you going, we'd love to have you on board with us and play play your music, get you an EP going. How'd that begin to start out with?
Well, I'm an independent artist, so I don't have a label. So I'm doing
Okay.
everything my own, but I do have a manager and a booking agent, which is great. And I started working with them a year and a half ago. So yeah, that was a big step for me. I wanted some help because I was doing everything myself, all the booking, managing my band and writing and promoting and all that stuff. So I reached out to a manager that I heard of, and he took a chance on me. I took a chance on him, and it's been working out really well. So yeah, it's nice to have a balance. I love doing things myself. I love the independence of running my own business. Like I have an LLC for my music, but it's also awesome to have some people in your corner on your team to be able to go to bat for you and advocate for you.
That's awesome. And you've been nominated and awarded some awards. Let's go back a little bit. What's it like when you get nominated for an award? I've been nominated for the ISSA podcast show a couple of times, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?" The three nominated. It's pretty awesome, you know.
Yeah.
What's it like when you first got nominated, and fast forward to your first award? What was that like?
Yeah, that was amazing. With 2022, I was nominated for Best Country and Americana Song in the Washington, D.C. area. They have these awards called the Whammy Awards. So,
Mm,
yeah, that was just 1 year after putting out my first music. So I was like, wow, I didn't expect really to be nominated so quick. And the song I was nominated for was a song I wrote a long time ago, and I actually recorded it down in Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, and it was originally supposed to be a up tempo song, but I changed it into a ballad, and it's a really meaningful song about trying to find that feeling that you had in the beginning of a relationship. It's called Back There. It's like the song's about like telling your spouse or your partner like I love you, but I feel like we're disconnected right now, and I really want to go back to that feeling we had in the beginning, which
mm.
I feel like so many people can relate to. So, um, when I went to the awards, it's so much fun to get dressed up, and my band members came with me, and it's a huge honor to receive that award that year. Yeah.
That was my next question. What's the Whammy Award? Now I
Yeah,
know.
Washington D.C. area Whammy Award. They have there's a musicianship is like the organization that puts it on, and they do a lot of great things for children, kids, and organizations in the DC area, like promoting music in schools and after school programs and whatnot.
Awesome. You look back on the many miles on the road, the stages you've hit, the many hours in the studio. You kind of go, wow, from where I was began to where I am now, the journey you've taken. Do you get like a mental checklist of going, I did this. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's like you said earlier, whenever you get down, like how do you turn that around? Like there's been times in the past few years that I've written down on a piece of paper like the big accomplishments that played this show, opened for this person, got to play this festival, put out this music, won this award, and like put it on my wall because everybody gets down on themselves. Everybody feels like they're not good enough, and
Mhm.
I think something like that, affirmations, like daily affirmations are really big on that. Just trying to wake up in the morning, like Mel Robbins, I follow her. I love her, author and like public speaker. I listened to her books, read her books, and she's like, you wake up in the morning and like high five yourself in the mirror. It's like you need that. It sounds silly to some people, and a lot, but it's not. It's like you're your own best friend, your own biggest advocate. So you have
Yep.
to get in that mindset of like, I can do anything. Today's going to be freaking awesome. No matter what comes my way, you're not going to let the little things bother you. So that's what my goal is every day, to get up and feel like that.
That's awesome. And you opened for some big names. I correct me if I'm wrong. You opened for Brad Paisley, Lee Bryce, Dean Carter. I'm sure a lot more. What's that moment when you get a realization like you're opening for who? You gotta pinch yourself. Like, is this real?
Yeah, I definitely get super emotional and like teary eyed whenever a big news like that hits me, and it's like something you could keep in your heart. You're like, I can always look back on like that feeling is amazing. The anticipation, anxiety leading up to it can be a lot sometimes. But last summer I opened for Dina Carter in Wheeling, West Virginia, and the Ruby Amphitheater, and it was an incredible experience. Huge amphitheater, so many people there, hundreds of people, and so many of them wanted to come up to me afterwards and or right as I walked off the stage and I was done, and sign autographs, sign their body, like sign their shirts, and like they bought my t-shirts. And yeah, it's overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. But it's an incredible feeling to realize like I am living my dream, and I'm so grateful for those opportunities. And I feel like when I'm grateful, like more will come my way, because I think when you think those things and you feel those things, and you're attracting more positivity. So that's what I hope.
How many shows roughly do you do a year?
Oh, it could be anywhere from like 100 to 150, I'd say, give or take. In the beginning, when I first started, like I started my new band, like in 2021, 20, I was like taking everything. Like I would do like 15 more plus a month. And now I kind of feel like I want the time to spend with my husband. Like we moved to West Virginia, Charlestown, West Virginia a couple years ago, and it's like a little further away from the DC area, but it's beautiful. It's peaceful out there. We love it. I want the time to spend with him and my dogs, and be able to come up here to see my family or go to see my in-laws and spend time with friends and family. Like you don't have to kill yourself all the time.
Yeah.
I had this thing like fear of missing out type of thing. Like if I don't take every single show, like I'm a failure. But no, you want to have that life balance. You want to be able to relax too, on top of, because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
always trying to be everything for everyone, and it can be a lot. And you need to you have to show up for yourself too, in ways of self-care and, taking care of yourself. So yeah, it's been an ongoing process, trying to balance everything.
I shared a Facebook post yesterday about family. My parents are in Arkansas, my brother's in Colorado, I'm in Washington, and my wife's family is all here. It just getting up there in age. My dad turns 80 this year, and just kind of find that a way to kind of connect, And so we're gonna go birthday with my dad in Colorado this year. But it's tough when you're spread out. You're fortunate you're all kind of on the East Coast. We're all spread out all over from Central to
Yeah,
here. But family time is very, very important and critical when you kind of, you blink. We're 10 years older. It's crazy.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the funniest thing or strangest thing happened to you during a show? You kind of chuckle at, you kind of, oh, that was kind of funny. Or is there a funny memory from a show you've done in the past?
I think one of my theme park days, my first theme park Idlewild, I think like part of my costume fell off during a show, but luckily, like we had these like nude colored leotards underneath it, so nothing it was exposed. But yeah, little bloopers like that, or whenever I'm like doing a show and that people are waving at me saying bye, like if they have to leave early or something, and then I like bye on the microphone, and then I try to get back into the song, and then my brain like isn't registering. I'm like, what are the words? Like, forgetting the words occasionally can happen once in a while, but just trying to laugh it off. And most of the time people don't notice those little mistakes. That like yesterday, actually, I did a TV interview here in Pittsburgh on the Pit Talk Pittsburgh TV show, and the interview went great. Like that was my fourth TV interview, so I'm getting better and better. But I played like a minute of my song live, and like I went to the wrong chord for like a second, but like nobody knows. Like, it's just like that little kind of little things. But I'm lucky, nothing crazy like embarrassing has ever happened to me, like knock on wood, performing live.
Be on the road often. Do you have a comfort on the road food that you gotta barbecue or chicken or it's something that you like? I gotta have this on the road somewhere. Some a favorite joint you go to.
Who doesn't love going to Buc-ee's? If you know what Buc-ee's is, it's like a big gas station chain, but it's like a Walmart and a Cracker Barrel and a gas station had a baby, and it's crazy. Like I've traveled a lot down south in the past couple years or so. I was in Tennessee in May and played 3 shows, so we stopped at a Buc-ee's, and that's always fun. They sell barbecue in there, and among other everything else, and that's always fun. I mean, when I come up to Pittsburgh, I have to get a Permane Brothers sandwich. It's like a famous chain in this area. They put coleslaw and fries on their sandwich, and it's really good. So yeah, I kind of just love trying new things and exploring the towns that I'm in. And I try to do a lot of research before we hit the road, like with TripAdvisor and whatnot, and try to be like, okay, we got to stop here. It's supposed to be the best, country store market in the area. So yeah, I pretty much, I bring a lot of my stuff myself. I need the water and the club soda and like the black coffee and my vitamins and all the health. And I would say, yeah, I'm try to keep it on the healthy side most of the time.
Okay. Got a few more minutes we wrap up. I am playing after this interview. I'm playing your song "New Boots." Would
Yeah.
you mind streaming that song a little bit?
Sure. I wrote this one last year with Todd Wright, that producer I mentioned, and Frank Vieira, another great country artist, songwriter from the Pittsburgh area. And it's a fun up-tempo song, like fun and flirty, kind of about how starting a new relationship can be like trying on a snug pair of boots, like how you don't know if it's going to fit, is it going to work out or not, but you really want them because you see them and they're so attractive, so I love cowboy boots. I have about 45 at least pairs in my closet, so I'm kind of a collector, you'd say. Since 2021 to now, yeah, my husband's like, no more boots. The whole closet is my closet and our master closet. But yeah, I thought it was a fun idea to connect, my love for boots with this song. And I was able to, I recorded it down in Virginia and Falls Church, Virginia at 38 North Studio with a great producer named Jim Ebert, and have some awesome musicians playing on this. Some of them play in my band. My drummer and my bass player are on the record too. And I'm shooting a music video on June 30th in Fredericksburg, Virginia for this song. So right now I'm gearing up for that. Like, we have the line dancers are going to be in it dancing to the song. My band and me are going to be on the stage performing it. And then I'm going to do some footage at a Western wear store trying on boots. I think I have a couple actors in mind that are going to be in it. So yeah, it's super exciting. And I got to play it on the news in Pittsburgh and in DC last week too. So I'm just trying to get the song out there, some more exposure. I just got it on a bunch of playlists on Spotify and Apple Music too, through my manager and publicist. So I'm super excited for just more people to hear it and hopefully get played more on the radio. And
That's awesome. Any encouraging words you leave someone, maybe an up-and-coming artist, kind of inspire them, just words of wisdom for maybe an artist out there who maybe struggling a little bit?
yeah, I would say you can do it. Like, you got this, no matter what it is. Like, if you put your mind to it, that old like cliche, you put your mind to it, but it's true. Like, thoughts become things. Just know what you want, like get it in your mind, what you want, write it down, talk about it, and just work hard, like you can do it. I think I'm a person that, like, when I put my mind to something, I get it done. And I'm proud of myself for that. I've worked so hard my whole life up until now, and I've had a lot of help, but it's like, if you don't want it, nobody can do it for you, so you have to just keep going and believe in yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. And yeah, I wish everybody the best. I'm rooting for everyone out there. I feel like I'm rooting for like other artists like me, and there's room for everyone to succeed in life. It's not a competition. And I feel
Right.
like that's a really important thing to keep in your mind. It's like, just because somebody else has success doesn't mean that you can't also have success, and it doesn't take anything away from you and yours. Yeah, everybody's special and has their own gifts. So
Mhm.
yeah, just keep that in mind.
And do you have a website you can share with us? People can check it out and see when you're in concert next and kind of follow your music.
I do. MelissaQuinnFox.com. All my whole tour schedule is on there, and all my music and some info about me. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I have about 17 songs out on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and
I'd love
YouTube.
to help you share your music out there, get it out there for you. When your video comes out, let me know. I love to share it with my people out there who follow the podcast. And thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate you. I wish you nothing but the best. You and your family, safe travels, and yeah, keep on going.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Really, really appreciate you having me on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jody.
Take care.
Bye.
Melissa shared about her brand new hit single, New Boots. Let's play it for you. This is New Boots.
Boy, you don't look like you can dance, but you make me want to. Making eyes behind that glass, like my dress is see-through. A little rough around the edges, there's so much work that I'm gonna have to do. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. Hurts so bad, but baby, it looks so good. I could find another pair anywhere, but I don't want to. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. you pull me close. Say you're tough, I can't see it when your fingers trace me slow. Unpredictable, you keep me on my toes. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. Hurts so bad, but baby, it looks so good. I could find another pair anywhere, but I don't want to. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. All right. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. Hurts so bad, but baby, it looks so good. I could find another pair anywhere, but I don't want to. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots. Honey, loving you's like breaking in a new pair of boots.
Hi, kids. If you grew up in the Gen X era, you know music wasn't just background noise. We listened to the albums front to back, the experimental stuff, the songs that never hit radio, but were better than the singles. That's what XWPM Radio is about, a station built around discovery, not repetition. We're creating a home for B-sides, deep cuts, rare live versions, and music from artists who still have so much more to offer. And we want to share that with Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, anyone who is tired of the same playlist shoved at them every day. Your support on Kickstarter will help us license music, build out production, and keep the station running strong for years. Join us. Let's bring back the heart of music together. XWPM Radio, Beyond Radio.
With our Mental Minute today, we have a very special guest, Pastor Daniel Frederick, a pastor from the Refuge Church here in Bremerton. He is sharing us a heartfelt word of encouragement and trusting in Jesus even in the moments when life feels uncertain. He shares a very powerful family story that will resonate, I'm sure, with a lot of us parents and grandparents out there. And it's a message that speaks directly to the heart of this podcast about encouraging others and sharing positivity. And if you're in the Kitsap County area, come by and check out the Refuge. Their address is 3670 Chico Way in Bremerton, with services at 8:30 and 10:15 on Sundays. This is Pastor Daniel Frederick.
Pastor Daniel coming in with an encouraging word for Jody and all his listeners. The story happened this week. It was Tuesday morning, and my little girl Evangeline and her brother Elliot were jumping on the couch. Innocent childhood fun, and as they bounced around and jumped off the couch, my son accidentally twisted the wrist of my daughter Evangeline. Evangeline went down and started crying, which isn't abnormal, but what was different is the crying didn't stop and it got worse, and she cradled her arm, wouldn't move it. I asked her to move some of her fingers and she wouldn't even do that. So we took her to urgent care, and the nurse was puzzled by how she was holding the arm, and so decided to get us in for an x-ray right away. While my wife and Evie were waiting in the hallway for this x-ray, an older doctor, about 70 years old, gray hair, came by and started chatting with my little girl, and he looked at the arm, and then without any warning, he started manhandling it. My wife said for about 7 seconds he was yanking it this way and that way, and Evie was screaming, and my wife, who is definitely more fight than flight, said she was about to punch this doctor. And after 7 seconds of excruciating pain, he got up and he said, well, young lady, I'm going to go get you a popsicle, and by the time I get back, your arm's going to be great. Went away, came back, and by the time he had the popsicle in hand for Evie, she was moving her arm, was able to hold the popsicle in that hand. And he said, this is nursemaid's elbow. All it did was require me to tweak it a little bit for the ligament to get back in line. Excruciating pain, but easy to fix. And so they went home. A great reminder of how God, our great physician, knows how to heal us when we are in pain and don't understand what's going on. You know, recently we preached at the Refuge Church a sermon series on Psalm 23 that talks about the good shepherd, the shepherd who leads us beside quiet waters and restores our soul. When we get into the valley, places of great pain and challenge, oftentimes we think that there's no hope, and yet even in those places, the shepherd uses his rod and staff to comfort us. Now, it's interesting because the rod and staff aren't just for protection to outsiders, but sometimes they really need to get us moving ourselves. They need to push us where we're not willing to be pushed, and sometimes cause what we think is pain, but actually is leading us to a place of healing. In the same way, you get in the road to Damascus experience that Saul has, Jesus tells him it's hard to kick against the goads, which is an old farmer term for these sharp sticks that they would have when they were leading the oxen around. The oxen would be steered by a goad, which was a sharp stick, but it would be keeping the ox going in the right direction. That's what we are in this story. We really aren't the shepherds. We're the sheep. We're the oxen. They need to be pointed in the right direction, and God knows how to do that. So for those brief moments of pain where we don't understand, and it seems that God, even himself, and where he's leading us, doesn't know what he's doing, he is a wise, good physician. Trust him, and soon you will find that all along he had your best interest in mind, that if he did not spare his own son but gave him for us all, how will he not give us all things in Christ? Nothing can separate us from his love. That's Romans 8. So, love you all, Jody. So thankful to share this encouraging word with you.
Time to introduce our next song by Kathleen Ireland, a mother, mom, wife, artist, and entrepreneur who pours her real-world experiences into songs that speaks especially to women carrying expectations while still chasing their dreams. Today I'm playing her song Breathe, and from the opening, the few lines are, hair, makeup, nails, and toes rushing to get to this gig. She captures a non-stop emotional whirlwind. A lot of folks screw through from the walking out the door and go, getting the kids to school and whatnot. And of course, his breathe. You got this, girl. Becomes a mantra of strength and self-belief. Kathleen also confronts what it means to stand tall in male-dominated spaces, turning frustration into empowerment with lyrics that push back against your just a girl attitude. Check out her website, KathleenIreland.com. This song is bold, uplifting, a reminder to stay confident for anyone, really, to stay focused and keep breathing through it all. This is Breathe by Kathleen Ireland.
Hair, makeup, nails, and toes, rushing to get to this gig. And in my closet, digging through clothes, I see a black everything. Weekends when I entertain, I work when I play. You know I wouldn't want it any other way. I gotta trust the journey, it's all about the climb. Keep it forward motion, hey, you're doing just fine. Breathe, you got this, girl. it, trying to please everyone. There's so little left for me when the day is done. Push it to the limit, it's time to make a stand. Stronger than you'll ever believe. I got product, I got brand. Breathe, you got this girl. Breathe, you got this girl. Come a long way now, get up and play. Breathe, you got this. Get to my show, what do you know? Dealing with all of these dudes. Every single one of them reeks of you're just a girl attitude. Gotta trust the journey, it's all about the climb. Keep it forward motion, hey, you're doing just fine. Breathe, you got this girl. Breathe, you got this girl. Come a long way now, get out and play. Breathe, you got this.
Food is one of life's best encouragers. Well, at Tequiza and Tequiza Street, located in Silverdale, Washington, they take it to a whole new level. Locally owned, locally loved, and serving authentic Mexican flavors, they hit the spot every single time. Now, if you're a breakfast person like I am, Tequiza Street has got you covered with the greatest tasting breakfast burritos around. You need both hands to dive into, as well as some great lunch selections as well. And Tequiza, and located in the Kitsap Mall, has 6 different kinds of tacos for you indecisive people like myself. A little bit of everything. Fresh, flavorful, and made with heart. Support local. Eat well. Check out Tequiza. Their phone number is 360-317-0146, or Tequiza Street. Their number is 360-914-9152. Check out their Facebook page as well for great menu items. That's Tequiza and Tequiza Street, located in Silverdale. Our next song is a very powerful song. It's a reminder that prayer isn't our last resort. Sometimes we think it's our last resort. No. Prayer is our lifeline. The strength returns when peace settles in, where God meets us right in the middle of the chaos. So whatever giant you're facing today, let this song wash over you. Let it steady your heart. Let it remind you that you're not alone. You're not fighting the battles alone. This is the Swansons. Their song called Prayer. The heartfelt piece carries a message of hope, faith, and leaning into God's strength when life feels heavy. A gentle reminder to take a breath, lift it up, and pray. I'm excited to be playing this song for you today. I'm honored to feature prayer on this podcast to help ensure the heart behind the artistry with the listeners. Check out their website, theswansonsmusic.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pray by the Swansons.
Pray whenever life is getting difficult. Before we start each day, hey, we all need to pray. That's right. Pray away the enemy. Stay, stay focused on the miracle. Ask anything and know that God is listening. He's got it under control. Don't worry. All the ways to the boat outside. Always better to wait. Don't hurry. God responds to everyone. just doesn't complain. Don't get caught up in material when we're thinking that we don't matter or spinning out of control. Know that truly there's no one better. God's a part of every morning. We all know the truth is coming. Tomorrow could be the end of time. Rather than just ignore it, why not get ready for it? Pray, 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 pray away the enemy. Pray, pray. Lay it all down, let it all out. You and me, let's you and me, let's He can hear us. God is near us. You and me, let's you and me, let's We all know the truth is coming. Tomorrow could be the end of time. Rather than just ignore it, why not get ready for it? Pray, 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 pray away the enemy. Pray, 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 pray away the enemy. Pray, pray.
We all had a coworker or that relative who thinks they know everything. Well, the Chit Chat Great Escape is ready to put that confidence to the test. Come on down and book a room with us. With 4 exciting rooms to choose from, it's a perfect spot for a family outing, birthday party, or just a team building adventure that everyone will be laughing and thinking and maybe arguing about in the best possible way. Think of a team name and you could be on the leaderboard. See how well you do. If you're looking for something fun, something different, and something that gets you off your phone for an hour, or somebody else off their phone for an hour, the Chit Chat Great Escape is the place to be. Book your room today at thekitchatgreatescape.com, and the only thing to fear is the timer. That's a Chit Chat Great Escape in Silverdale. The last song I'll be playing today is by Jason Biddle, and I had him on the show a while back, and he has a life, a testimony he has gone through, and seasons he's faced, and dark times he has gone through, and literally, God was there through years of addiction, brokenness, and even surviving a near fatal overdose. Jason cried out to God, and God met him right there. And his journey from addiction to redemption is woven through every note he sings. And I'm excited to share his song today called The Saint. And it carries the same heartbeat reminder that none of us are too far gone, or too broken, or too lost from the saving grace of Jesus Christ. This song points to the one who rescues, restores, and calls us his own. And when Jason sings this, you don't hear a melody. You hear a man who has lived the miracle he is singing about. And today I pray this song encourages you. This story encourages you. There's a Savior. There is a hope. And grace still reaches the deepest places. This is Jason Biddle, The Saint.
Some see a loser because of my past. Some see a failure. They don't know the half. I've been drunk and addicted, judged and convicted. The sentence I got, I deserved it. And though I'm still far from perfect, so long I said forever a saint. I look in the mirror and he's staring back at me. A work still in progress, not yet complete. No, yeah, I'm trusting in Jesus. I tasted his freedom, forgiven no way I could earn it. He saved me and I don't deserve it. So long a sinner, now forever a saint. I'm washed in the river that flows from his veins. It's only by mercy, the gift of his grace. So long a sinner, forever a saint. Oh, what a day when I close my eyes and this world falls off of me. Temptations and fears, no tears and no lies. I'll finally forever be free. Hallelujah, amen. So long a sinner, now forever a saint. I'm washed in the river that flows from his veins.